Good evening, everybody. This is Alex McCracken, Pumpkin Jesus, back from the dead. It's been like, I don't even know, 5 or 6 weeks since I've done a video, maybe more than that. So it's now June 5th, 2018. And we're going to look at the two plants I have in this dome right here. The domes are covered. They were covered, this one was covered a week ago yesterday, Memorial Day. The one next door was covered last night. The plants in there are a little bit smaller, especially one of them in particular is quite a bit smaller, but that's okay. The two in here and one of the ones over there look really good too, but the two in here are doing just fantastic. These are the two biggest plants I've had on this date. I'm pretty sure that's true, especially this one. This one's about, it's got to be 9 feet long by now, maybe 10 almost. So that's huge for June 5th. And that means we might even be pollinating. If you look at the tip of the main vine here, like way in there, that's a little female flower that we already have showing up in there. And actually that's the second one. The first one I already cut off because it was like it was only like 5 or 6 feet from the stump, which is way too close. And this one might even be too close too, but it's just exciting to have a possibility of a pollination on June 5th already. And it's probably about 10 days away, that flower. That's usually about the case when you can first see it in the tip. It's about 10 days from pollination. So I'm not going to reach my ridiculous goal of Flag Day, but it's not going to be too long after that. So that's exciting. I'm off to my earliest start ever here. This is the 1810 Werner. The side vines are a little slow to get going. That one over there's doing good. So tonight I'm just like doing some hoeing around the plants. I try to keep several feet out in front of the plant, nice and weed free, so I'm not chopping into any plant roots. I'm also feeding them this evening seaweed and a little bit of a blossom booster fertilizer. Because last year and in previous years occasionally I've had trouble with so the females will like develop 80% of the way and then they'll just like stop and shrivel up and they won't open. So I want to avoid that this spring. I want to get those first flowers to open up so we can have the earliest pollination possible. And this is the quest for 2000 this year, the 1-ton quest. Right now this plant is in the lead as far as its potential goes. And then this one down here, and these are the two plants in this dome that I had heating cables under this spring. So you can definitely see that made a difference. This is a 1613.5 McCracken. This is probably 8 feet long or so. Hey, there's a little female coming out on that one already too. But I'll probably pinch that off because it's, again, it's just like too close to the stump. You want your fruit that you grow to be 10 feet out or so, or a little more than that. So I'll pinch that off later. It's a nice round looking one. This plant was looking a little weird in the beginning. Sometimes they do this thing called a ribbon vine, which is basically where the vine, instead of being nice and round like it is all the way from here to the end, it's all normal right now. Right here you can kind of see this is like a wide like flattened area of the vine. And sometimes when you see that starting to develop, it gets really bad and it just gets worse and worse. And the plant ends up just being all mutated Those flat vines or ribbon vines can sometimes sprout out tons of different growing tips, and it just becomes a bizarre plant, and sometimes the plants are sterile, so you can't get fruit to grow on them anyway. So thankfully this plant has grown out of it, and because it's such a minimal part there that it was ribbon vining, I'm not too concerned about it. I think this plant's going to be fine. And I don't know what else to say right now. Just making sure, trying to encourage vines to root in every leaf node. That one's doing it right there. You can kind of see there's a root coming out of that leaf node. You want the plants to do that as much as possible. Really increases the root mass of the plant. And I'm using the mycorrhizal fungi again this year, of course, which is, you know what that is. But if you don't, it forms a symbiotic relationship with the plant roots and basically feeds the plant. It becomes an extension of the plant's root system, and it brings nutrients and water back to the plant in exchange for compounds that the plant makes that the fungus needs. Ta-da! Alright, so that's the pumpkin patch report for June 5th. Thank you very much for watching. I haven't even put my face on camera yet. Okay, here's my face. Alright. And I'm going to try to keep doing these videos more often, but I always say that, so we'll see. But exciting start. Stay tuned. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.